Be it a solo backpacking trip or a luxury holiday, travel is an integral part of experiencing life. This weekend, can some of the top media executives share their most memorable travel experiences?
When I'm picking my own itinerary, I pick offbeat places, and I always chose to either drive, because I think that's the best way of exploring any country, or use local transport. I make the effort to research out what's interesting in those areas, not the typical touristy places. There's a very interesting episode that happened. This was about 10 years back. I had gone to France for I go every year for the Cannes Advertising Festival. After the festival, I decided to take 3-4 days off and go village hopping in the south of France. I would take the bus every evening, reach a certain village, spend the night there. The next day I would look around and then take the bus the following evening to the next village. My destination was this place which is called the Gorges de Verdun. It's like the Grand Canyon of Europe. I wanted to go there. I reached this one village called Castellan, and I reached Castellan and I checked into a hotel. And next morning, when I inquired as to how can I go into the Grand Canyon, they said you can't go because you either have to have your own private car or you hire a cab, and that was some like 400 euros. So I said, there's no way I'm going to do that. But that area was pretty, so I started walking around. I went to the top of a hill. There was a chapel over there. I went to see the chapel. So there I'm sitting in front of the chapel, and I'm sort of enjoying the valley, the view. And in my hand, I had a khakra, the little snack, the Gujarati snack. So I had the khakra, and I was biting the snack. And I noticed these two boys who were next to me, and they were sort of staring at what I was having. So I offered the khakra to them, and they took a bite. And they liked it, so I gave them some more of the khakra, and we got talking. And I explained to them that I've come from India and I wanted to go inside the Grand Canyon, but unfortunately I can't go, etc., etc. And they had come from Holland. They'd driven down from there, and they said, it's so sad that you've come all the way from India, and it'll be a pity if you can't go inside. So they said, don't worry. So for the next 8-10 hours, they drove me all over the Grand Canyon, and they showed me around, and they dropped me back to the hotel. I mean, you meet such fabulous, such nice people. So that's why I keep telling everybody, never estimate the power of a khakra. Always carry a khakra with you.
My family likes traveling, so we try to make sure that we have a holiday a year, sometimes 2. And we try to go to different places when we can. When I was in Indonesia, I took 6 months off work, much younger than no kids, and just traveled for 6 months as a backpacker. And I would love to do that again. Before that, I'd only really, lived in Mumbai and lived in Singapore and Jakarta. So to have the opportunity to see, we started Australia, Turkey, Czech Republic, and spent like 3 or 4 weeks in each of those places. And we really get to understand the food, the culture, the people, see different places. I think, they say the more you travel, the more you understand yourself. And I really think that's true.
I actually spend probably once in 3 months, I find time in the US around some of our key events like All-Star, Finals, and also obviously we have some global meetings which we have in the US. I also spent some time in Hong Kong. But I have managed to try to, once my wife and I had a child, try to reduce the non-travel. So I think from a city perspective, I love London, I love New York. I never want to live in London because the lack of sun for a long period of time would depress me. From a city perspective, London and New York, I think, are great cities. From a holiday perspective, I love Istanbul. I think the islands in Greece like Mykonos, Paros, and Santorini are some of the most beautiful places to go for a holiday. So yeah, that's pretty much Sri Lanka. I think Sri Lanka is a great place to go for a holiday also.
We just actually went on a very long holiday. I went to Kashmir, Srinagar, which is where I was born. It was really sad to watch Kashmir, having lost, for so many years of turmoil and strife, and it just doesn't look the same, and that was really, really sad. Then recently we did a huge 1-month holiday, and that because our children are there, so we went to few places in the US and of course England. So that was San Francisco, LA, New York, then Washington, then London, then Scotland. So we did a hell of a lot. There is a place that we went to, Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is in just about 150 kilometers from San Francisco. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's in the hills. It's got a beautiful, huge lake, and it's got mountains. So that was just absolutely breathtaking. But yeah, I would like to go more and more to Kashmir and just see.
My wife and I both, we love traveling. My daughter has been studying abroad, so every year we've been going to the US and exploring a new place. So next year we'll probably try and do Europe. So we love traveling, so that's something definitely that I want to do. This year we spent 3 nights in Liverpool, which is like a musical pilgrimage for me here. John, Paul, George, Ringo, yeah, for the Beatles. And I went to the Cavern where the Beatles started. That live stage is still there, and there are performers, and we spent an entire evening listening to some great music.